Hello, trading is closed on August 18th, 2015. I'm Jeff Tennant. Yesterday I had an optional MEJT target of 2099.13. It printed. It was support here and resistance here. During the day, MEJT said ultimately higher prices would print. They did. Here's the target. We hit it and there was resistance over the target. There was also some support resistance over here, and that held as resistance. In the afternoon, these Fs were moves that the system marked as false and called for a retracement, and the retracement happened on or after this time right over there. We broke through resistance at the end at a time when few large traders were participating in the market, so I don't attach as much importance to that, but one never knows. The best thing I can say about today's action is that we dropped all day long and couldn't close under any of these lows. That's positive, but that positivity would be negated if we promptly took out today's lows, ideally by gapping under them. I don't like a number of things. One is we had an all-day rally yesterday. Typically that leads to follow through. It didn't happen and we gapped down instead. It's usually a negative sign. I don't like hitting a new high for the recovery and closing in the red. We had a 1 day plus an hour drop earlier in August. We've now tried to overcome that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. All we've managed to do is to close the gap. Typically, when there's a gap like this, it fills with a consolidation. If you look at the gap of this bar, you can see how this consolidation pretty well filled all the spaces. I don't know why this gives me such a hard time. If you look at the upper half of the gap here, we really haven't filled this space, and I think that we should. We have a stilt, half a diamond's all you need. If we gap under today's lows, we have the potential for a stilt-like move down to the origin of the left stilt, which is 2079.30, and that's compatible with the ultimate target of 2078.25. They're both in the high 2070s, and it's close enough for me. So if we have a gap under today's lows, we have the potential for a pretty steep drop. If we instead have a gap over today's highs, that's overcoming strong resistance because today's high is a Fibonacci target of a prior pattern. Because we have positive and negative signs, I think the odds favor having a gap out of today's range. If that doesn't happen, the next most common thing is we close little changed. If we have the gap, I have a number of reasons for believing it'll probably be down and down hard, but the pattern does not have to go to completion. And this call, I can't say is carved in stone. A lot depends on if we open sharply down or not. And that is today's call.